Going once, going twice. Where have you heard that before? But not quite sold. 3 Gupta-owned properties worth over 60 million rand combined went under the hammer today. But instead of a bidding war, it was more of a bidding whim, a whisper, as they say. Only one home, number 3 Saxonwold Drive, found a buyer for 3 million rand, well below its estimated value of 5 million rand. So, what happened to the other 2 luxury listings? Were bidders simply shying away? Let's find out. Ntokozo Khumalo covering that story for us. Ntokozo, what happened? In an auction, we normally hear people almost falling over themselves, trying to get what is being sold.
Yeah, well, the one property that I wish I had bought a property to be able to get a property in Saxonwold is the one that did sell for 3.3 million rand. That's number 3 of Saxonwold Drive. So the properties were sort of structured as a compound, so they all sort of open up to each other. But it just seems that it didn't, get the bids that we were hoping or people were thinking it would get. That property is the one that had the most bids, 19 bids that came in, and it's at a discount, 40% discount to what it's actually valued at, because it's actually valued, the municipality is valued at 5 million rand. Sizable property, 3,600 square meters, a 3-bedroom house that has 2 bathrooms, full-on kitchen, 2 lounges, and we presume that it was the staff quarters, because it had sort of the setup that it was the staff quarters for the family, and was right next to number 5, which is then the family home that didn't sell. It wasn't a surprise, it seems, for the auction house, with the auctioneer Clive Lazarus saying it's the history of those property that South Africans specifically are not looking to touch it. Even the property practitioner that I spoke to in the morning was expecting one buyer to buy them all up and just destroy everything and start from scratch. But let's hear why Clive Lazarus, the auctioneer, had to say when it comes to why those 2 properties didn't sell.
There's been a lot of interest. The properties have been on the market and well advertised for a long period of time. The Guptas left South Africa in 2018, and when they did leave South Africa, they might have had people inside, but the business rescue practitioners or the auctioneers could not gain access into the property, and it's been court case and court case and court case to gain access into the property. Finally, it went to the High Court, then the Supreme Court of Appeal, and then went to the Appellate Division. In April this year, that's 2025, the Appellate Division read that we would get access to the property, and we came to the property, and as you can see, since 2018 no money has been spent on the property, and it's in bad state of repair. The business rescue practitioners wanted to be very transparent in terms of the municipal valuation on number 5 being in the upper 20 million rands, and the property at number 7, which we're standing on at this moment in time, the municipal valuation is 36 million rand. So I think we realize in this particular condition and where the property is and the way it's built, these prices in today's economy are not achievable.
All right, so that's the auctioneer explaining away why these properties didn't quite sell. Then there was the organization Undoing Tax Abuse, OUTA for short. They picketed outside. Tell us why.
Absolutely. Well, their argument is that it's good and well that we are auctioning, but as you saw with number 3 Saxonwold selling at a 40% discount, they're saying that that's not enough. The Guptas still need to actually be extradited back home to be able to account for state capture. Let's listen what Ali Guli with OUTA had to say on that regard.
Look, we decided to take this opportunity to revive our call for the extradition of Guptas. And NPA has made the same call, but we hope this time NPA is going to put more efforts for them to come back. You'll recall that Guptas are alleged to have been masterminds of the state capture. A lot of money has been stolen through state capture. As if that is not bad enough, a lot of money have been used in Zondo Commission, even though the prosecution of those alleged wrongdoers have not been forthcoming. We are concerned that if Guptas eventually don't come back to account for what they did in South Africa, justice will not be done to the taxpayers of this country. Therefore, we still want Guptas to come back and account for their alleged involvement in this form of criminality.
All right, so that's outer picketing outside the property. Very quickly, Ntokozo, is there a plan, another plan, to try and recoup some monies here?
Well, according to the auctioneers, there is a plan because, as I said, they and the business rescue practitioners were not surprised by those two properties selling. So they will remain with the business rescue practitioner until they play out this plan. They wouldn't tell us what the contingency plans are in regards to those properties.
All right, Ntokozo Khumalo, thank you very much indeed. Well, such, I guess, these are the repercussions of people who have made this country suffer. And South Africans, clear, they are not going to be playing to that.